the Jurassic Games is an interesting concept. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. This was released in 2018. It's directed by Ryan Bellgardt and it's written by Bellgardt, Galen, Christy and Adam Hampton. And we have a cast including Ryan Merriman, Perrey Reeves, Adam Hampton, Cate, Burgess, and various others. Really good performances. Visually, it's quite appealing as well. But I just found the narrative to be a little slow, which, considering it's quite an action-packed film, was a bit of a letdown. I feel like it's quite slow to develop. It's about this virtual reality game where the contestants are against, of course, dinosaurs and one another. It gets very dangerous, very bloodthirsty. And the contestants include death row inmates, which is an interesting concept, certainly for characters. I think they absolutely could have done a very similar story with just non-prisoner contestants, but it gives it that extra dimension. And obviously death row inmates are scheduled to die anyway. So just how intense can the VR game get? And how dangerous can it actually be? How far are the people controlling the game willing to take it? Honestly, as a concept, I thought it was really great. I think it sounded really fascinating. I read the description. I thought that's unlike anything I've ever seen before. And that is still the case. It is unlike anything I've seen before. But I just found it to be quite slow. There is a lot of running around. The action itself is very quick. But in terms of the progression of the narrative, it is just very, very slow. But I think it looked really good. I think visually it's actually quite appealing. The special effects are quite well done. So it's not amazing. But as a concept, I have to give it credit for being quite unique. At least, as I said, for me, I've not seen anything like this before. So I was fascinated to see what would happen with the characters. And that meant that I didn't mind the experience. It's not perfect. The narrative needs a bit of work. But visually, I thought it was quite appealing. The characters they're okay. They're not the most well-written. Some are more in-depth than others. We get to know some of them more than we do the others. But I can't really fault it in any specific way. Visually, it looks good. The characters are fine. The performances are fine. The pacing isn't great, but it's not horrendous. I wasn't bored. I just think there definitely is room for improvement there, and the narrative maybe needs just a little bit more substance. That being said, there were times when we had scenes that I thought added information that wasn't necessary, or at least for me wasn't that interesting. Not constantly, but just every now and then. So I feel like maybe the focus wasn't completely at least what I was looking for, but it was not too bad. I didn't dislike it. I came away from it feeling relatively satisfied. Interesting concept, pretty well executed. Definitely for me, something a little bit different. And if it sounds like a film that might appeal to you, then I'd say I'm happy to recommend it.